You need to know that. And, at this point, it's like a survival race. It's like a survival race. Now, I'm going to do a simple example right now. If I've ever seen anybody that is in a state of emergency but can still see and is on the wheelchair or in a stretcher and they are wheeling the person into the theater, you will see the paramedical people or the medical personnel, you see them talking to the person to ensure that the person is alive. They tell them, stay alive, stay with us. This, as the person is being wheeled into the theater. The same thing is in the case when you are in the last quarter and then you want to get it done. You have to stay alive. You have to have that winning mentality so that you are able to do that. Once you have that mindset settled in you, then you have to put pen to paper and then look at the things you need to double. It's not that you're actually going to do a magic. You understand? It's just that you and a good tool that you can use is that ERRC model that I recommended. Once you extract yourself with that, you know what to double, you know what the game changer you need to bring on board, and then you are able to execute and able to achieve that. But if you are defeated in your mindset, no matter the model that is recommended to you, you will not be able to get it done. That's just it.
Yeah, definitely. So in terms of like when you work with your clients, when they go through like a planning and process, how long it takes for them to like go and hit the goal? Like, do they achieve it every quarterly, or do you still they fall behind on them? And how do you motivate them to keep moving forward even though they don't achieve it?
The truth is this. For any serious-minded person that sets a goal, people that are lackadaisical about their achievement and their life don't set goals. Another set of people, there are basically three categories of people. The first set is people that don't set goals anyhow. They live their life and they do their business, they do whatever they do the way it comes. So whatever comes, those are the people that adopt what will be. And it's actually a wrong phrase. It's a phrase that is not good for life coaching. It's a phrase that anybody with a progressive mindset should not adopt. That's the first category of people. Now, the second category of people are people that set goals, but they lag behind in reaching the deadlines. And the third category of people are people that they set the goals, they are mindful of the deadlines, and they achieve it. Now, whichever way, whoever you are, you're going to fall into one of these categories. Now, so in case you fall into the second category, you are able to set the goal, but you are not able to achieve it. Now, number one thing I need to understand, and I also need to make you understand, is that for you to set that goals, you have a progressive mind. That's the first thing, because we have a lot of people that they just live the day the way it comes, they live the year the way it comes, they just feel. In actual fact, under such condition, if you fall into that category, external forces and people will determine your lot. You don't determine your lot, because the forces that governs your achievements are internal. It depends on you. So people that fall into that first category, they are people that don't allow their own internal forces and skills to help whatever they want to achieve. External forces determines their lot, determines how they run their life. Now, if you fall in that first category, the first motivation I'm going to give you is that it means that you're focused. It means that there's something you want to do. It means you have a panoramic view of your life. That's why you do that. Yes, there was some kind of laxity at one point or the other, but you just need to know that you don't have that self-sabotaging attitude, because once you have that self-sabotaging attitude, you are not able to achieve anything. It demoralizes you. So the first thing is, I'm going to tell you, you've done well, even though you don't do well, just like a dad would do to a child that your skull is not too bad, with a pat on the back, you can do better, you can do better. So that's just the way we do that at this point. So now, the best thing you do for them is first to inspire them that you have achieved this, but you can achieve more. You that you achieve this, you just need to up your game. You pat their back. And all of the models that you were deploying is just to inspire them to do more and then to be able to achieve it.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's powerful. So like we are end of the year, like 2021, and I know like different parts of the world had a lockdown, still had the lockdown first quarter of it, and not many people able to do whatever they needed to do because of the distraction and everything. But hopefully in 2020 we can see everything go back to normal like how it used to be in 2019, and
Yeah.
everyone can go back on a track. So those who wants to get fresh start and new goal, I know a lot of people probably lost job or business wasn't that well in during the pandemic, depending on the industry. So those who wants to achieve more and go and get it done in next year, 2022, how they can get started, and those could be like our following, like those our listeners on the podcast. So how they map out and plan and go achieve down in 2021, what would be your simplified plan?
Okay, that's fine. That's a brilliant one. Now I'm going to start with trying to analyze an adage, a
Yeah,
proverb in my mother tongue. Now, the simple adage is that if you know that your eye socket is very deep in, if you are somebody that you see that your eye socket is very deep inside and you
yeah,
lose your mother, once you're coming home for to mourn, you start your crying from very far away down the streets.
yeah,
Now I'm going to explain the meaning of that. Now let me say that again. Your eye socket as a person is somebody that you have a deep, kind of deep eye socket. So, you know, the meaning of that is you are weeping